Today we dive into the history of one of the most iconic motorcycles of all time. One that started as a rocket on two wheels in the 70s and over the years earned a feared and respected nickname, the Black Widow. But to understand how we got to this point, we need to go much further back, to the origins of the Yamaha RD350 and how this small but powerful machine revolutionized the world of sports bikes. It all began in the 70s, a decade when the motorcycle market was dominated by European models with their refined design and superior performance. However, Yamaha did not want to be left behind. In 1973, they launched the first Yamaha RD350, a model that was based on the successful Yamaha R5 with 350 cubic centimeters. The original RD350 was an immediate success, thanks to its high-performance two-stroke engine and its ability to reach impressive speeds for the time. This bike was the precursor to what would later become a legend in the world of sports motorcycles. The RD350 of the 70s was powerful and agile, but its true appeal lay in the sense of freedom and excitement it offered. With its explosive acceleration capability, it was one of the fastest bikes available on the market for two-wheel enthusiasts. However, this abrupt power delivery also made it dangerous. At that time, no one imagined that this little demon would earn the nickname that would change its history forever. As time went by, Yamaha decided to further perfect their creation, and in 1980, they launched the RD350LC, liquid-cooled, which marked the beginning of a new era for this series. This is where things got interesting, and the bike began to develop its reputation as a powerful yet unpredictable machine. With each iteration, Yamaha added performance improvements, but also increased the risk for riders who didn't know how to handle its fierce character. Finally, the arrival of the RD350LC and PVCS in 1983 with the Yamaha power valve system took the power of the RD350 to another level, but also solidified its reputation as a dangerous bike, if not treated with the necessary respect. This is how the RD350, with its impressive two-stroke engine and its ability to fly down the roads, earned the dreaded nickname of the Black Widow. And today we're going to unravel its entire history, from its humble beginnings in the 70s to its retirement in the late 80s, leaving an indelible legacy in the hearts of sports bike enthusiasts. Now that we are clear on where the RD350 comes from, let's dive into its evolution during the 80s, when Yamaha made the leap to the RD350LC. After the initial success of the RD350 in the 70s, Yamaha faced a new decade where motorcycles needed to evolve to satisfy a more demanding generation of riders. In 1980, Yamaha decided to take a bold step with the introduction of the RD350LC. This model, whose name LC refers to liquid-cooled, was Yamaha's response to the growing European and Japanese competition in the mid-displacement sports motorcycle segment. Before diving into technical details, imagine this. On any given day in 1980, Yamaha engineers are gathered in a room, probably with coffee-fueled eyes, as they discuss how to take the RD350 concept to new heights. One of them stands up and says, "What if we take that fierce machine and cool it with liquid, so it can run faster and longer?" That's how the RD350LC was born. A liquid-cooled beast designed to withstand the tough demands of the most aggressive riders. With the RD350LC, Yamaha not only updated the cooling system, but also improved the suspension and chassis, making it more stable in corners. This new version allowed riders to push the bike to its limits, without feeling like they were going to take off to the moon. the 347 cubic centimeter two-stroke engine was still a beast, capable of generating around 47 horsepower. It might not seem like much in the modern world, but at the time, it was a rocket. The liquid cooling system helped keep the engine temperature stable, allowing for greater durability in sporty use. The redesigned chassis made it lighter and more agile, ideal for maneuvering on winding roads or racetracks. The front and rear suspension also received improvements, making the bike more comfortable at high speeds. Interestingly, this combination of power and lightness, although ideal for experienced racers, made the bike unpredictable in the hands of beginners or less experienced riders. It was too easy to lose control, especially in curves, where the sudden delivery of power could cause the rear wheel to skid unexpectedly. You can imagine more than one rider getting quite a scare when the bike seemed to take on a life of its own. Despite everything, the RD350 LC was a success among riders looking for a visceral riding experience. It was fast, light, and most importantly, fun. However, it also began to solidify its reputation as a dangerous bike if you didn't know how to control it, which brought it closer to its feared nickname, the Black Widow. While the RD350 LC was a milestone in itself, Yamaha was not satisfied with the initial success. In the early 80s, Yamaha's engineers knew there was room for improvement. The RD350 LC remained a fierce machine, but also unpredictable in the way it delivered its power. So in 1983, Yamaha introduced a revolutionary innovation in the world of two-stroke motorcycles, the YPVS, Yamaha Power Valve System. This system was essentially an exhaust valve that automatically adjusted the engine's power output at different RPMs. Put more simply, Yamaha had found a way to give the RD350 LC a smoother and more controlled power delivery at low RPMs while maintaining its characteristic brutality out at high RPMs. This meant that, for the first time, riders could enjoy a fast and powerful bike without having to worry so much about losing control in every turn. The RD350 LC-YPVS was the culmination of years of innovation and refinement. Yamaha had achieved what seemed impossible, maintaining the aggressive and sporty essence of the RD350, while giving riders a bit more margin for error. Even so, make no mistake, the RD350 was still a beast on the road, and could still be dangerous in inexperienced hands. In fact, it was during this era that the nickname Black Widow really took hold. The YPVS system allowed for smoother power delivery at low revs and explosive at high revs, making it more manageable, but without losing its sporty character. The engine was redesigned, still 347 cubic centimeters, but now with more refinement in power delivery. The chassis also received some minor improvements to better handle the increased power and maintain stability. The result was a motorcycle that combined the best of both worlds, a smooth and controlled ride in the city, and a true beast on tracks or open roads. But, as always, the warning was present. In inexperienced hands, the RD350 could become a dangerous machine. And this is where the story gets interesting. Despite the improvements, the nickname Black Widow did not disappear. The RD350 was still powerful enough to put riders in serious trouble if they didn't handle it with respect. Many urban legends and anecdotes tell stories of accidents caused by overly confident or inexperienced riders who underestimated the power of this bike. But why was it called the Black Widow? To understand this, one must first imagine the situation in which this bike found itself in the 80s. Motorcyclists were used to heavier machines, with engines that delivered power progressively. But suddenly, the RD350 arrives, with its two-stroke engine and an unpredictable and explosive power delivery. In many ways, it was like having a ticking time bomb between your legs. It was fast, light, and extremely agile, but above all, it was difficult to control. The nickname Black Widow arose for a rather grim reason: the number of fatal accidents associated with the RD350. In the right hands, this bike was a marvel of engineering. In the wrong hands, it was literally a widow-making machine. The sudden power delivery could cause the rear wheel to lose traction in the blink of an eye, throwing the rider to the ground without warning. In fact, many stories tell how novice or even intermediate riders ended up on the ground because they simply couldn't anticipate when the bike would unleash all its fury. But it wasn't just the power. The lightness of the chassis also played a crucial role. Many riders of the time were used to heavier bikes with more solid chassis. The RD350, with its reduced weight, could turn in a curve with much more agility than other bikes. This, although it sounds positive, became a deadly challenge when riders couldn't predict how much to lean or how to handle acceleration in the middle of a curve. It was like dancing with a snake, elegant and lethal if you made the slightest mistake. To add to the myth, the characteristic sound of the two-stroke engine contributed to the aura of danger. The high-pitched and furious roar of the engine, combined with its brutal acceleration, made many riders feel invincible. But, as they say, pride comes before a fall. Many overestimated their abilities and underestimated the Black Widow, with disastrous results. The RD350 made no distinctions. It could be your greatest ally or your worst enemy, depending on how you handled it. What is even more interesting is that this nickname was not just a passing fad. Over the years, it became an integral part of the legend of the RD350. Even today, motorcycle enthusiasts remember the RD350 as that rebellious machine that could tame you if you weren't skilled enough. The respect for this bike was not based solely on its speed, but on its ability to punish you if you dared to challenge it without the proper technique. Over time, this nickname was adopted by the motorcycling community as an implicit warning: only the most skilled could handle it. And although the RD350 is still fondly remembered, there is always a tone of reverence and caution when its name is mentioned. With the new version of the RD350 LC, Yamaha tried to tame the beast they had created a bit. But make no mistake, this version was still a force to be reckoned with. The incorporation of the YPVS allowed for smoother control over the power, making the bike more manageable at low revs. However, the moment you reached high revs, the bike was still as wild as ever. This system not only adjusted the exhaust valve to improve power delivery, but also increased the range of revs at which the bike could be effective. What this means is that at low revs, the bike was more docile. But as you twisted the throttle, it transformed into the classic RD350 that everyone knew. A true bullet in a straight line. This version also introduced some improvements in the suspension and chassis, making it more stable in the corners. But don't be fooled, the risk was still there. The RD350 LC might have been more manageable, but it was still as unpredictable as its predecessor when pushed to the limit. For experienced riders, this was what made the bike so exciting. For novices, it was a death trap. And despite Yamaha's efforts to make it more accessible, the RD350 LC YPVS couldn't shake off its nickname of Black Widow. The younger riders, eager to experience its power, continued to make fatal mistakes, further cementing its reputation as a dangerous yet thrilling bike. Yamaha had created a legend, but also a myth that to this day continues to fascinate and terrify in equal measure. And unfortunately, the end of the RD350 came not due to a lack of popularity, but because of legal and environmental issues. In the 80s and 90s, emission regulations began to tighten, especially in Europe and the United States. Two-stroke motorcycles, famous for their explosive power, were also known for being extremely polluting. And although Yamaha had made some efforts to improve engine efficiency, the RD350 simply could not meet the new emission regulations. In 1986, Yamaha released the last versions of the RD350 DT LC YPVS, knowing that the end was near. In 1987, the official production of the RD350 ceased in most international markets. Nevertheless, the motorcycle continued to be sold in some countries like India and Brazil for a few more years, where regulations were less strict. But even in those markets, the time of the RD350 was limited. The end of the RD350 marked the end of an era for Yamaha and for two-stroke sports bikes in general. However, its legacy did not die. The RD350 remains one of the most iconic motorcycles in history, revered by collectors and enthusiasts around the world. Today, it is difficult to find an RD350 in good condition, and when they are found, they often fetch astronomical prices in the classic motorcycle market. And so, friends, this is how the Black Widow came to an end, but not without leaving an indelible mark on the history of motorcycling. At the end of the day, the Yamaha RD350 is much more than a motorcycle. It is a symbol of freedom, speed, and the relentless pursuit of thrills. From its early days in the 70s to its current status as a motorcycling legend, the RD350 has left an indelible mark on the history of two wheels. With its relentless two-stroke engine, aggressive design, and nickname of Black Widow, the RD350 remains a machine that captures the imagination of motorcyclists around the world. Although laws and regulations ended its production, the spirit of the RD350 lives on in the hearts of those who rode it and those who still seek it. And as time goes on, it is likely that the RD350 will continue to be a cult object, admired for its ability to offer a riding experience that few modern bikes can match. Its story is not just that of a bike, but of a golden era of motorcycling when speed, power, and danger went hand in hand. So if you ever have the chance to see or even ride a Yamaha RD350, remember that you are not just riding a bike, you are riding a legend. And at that moment, maybe, just maybe, you will understand why the RD350 earned its nickname of Black Widow, and why it continues to be so adored by enthusiasts around the world. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment on what you thought about this bike. See you on the next two-wheeled adventure.